out there in TV land, this is your gypsy fortune teller, Jerry Lewis. I predict the Russians will sink a shaft through the center of the earth so that Khrushchev will finally get into Disneyland. There's one thing I cannot predict, how many people will watch my show Saturday night for Timex on this network. But I do predict that if you don't, I will be in the poorhouse. Please watch Timex Saturday night, my show. I predict laughter.
The Jerry Lewis Labor Day Telethon. 20 years of pure, undiluted star power. This Labor Day weekend, join us for the biggest, the best, the greatest Jerry Lewis Telethon ever.
Do you think those folks are going to be on the show? If you tune in, you'll find out. You never know what's going to happen on this program.
If you miss a little, you miss a lot.
Don't miss the Labor Day Telethon, Sunday, September 6th, beginning at 8 p.m. on KLTV.
It's a brand new day on ABC.
We hope you'll share the excitement of 4 great new shows on ABC. 3 brand new celebrity games to play along with at home. Bob Eubanks with Rhyme and Reason, the zany antics of show-offs with Bobby Van, and Tom Kennedy with the new You Don't Say. It's also a brand new daytime drama, Ryan's Hope, a story as enduring as the American dream. 4 happy reasons it's a brand new day on ABC.
The producers of the hit comedy movie Airplane are landing on television with Police Squad. They're out to clean up the streets and put the knockout on crime. Leslie Nielsen is the new breed of cops stepping into the 80s when Police Squad hits the streets, premiering March 4th.
Leo Sayer hosts Chuck Mangione, Bonnie Tyler, Gary Buzzy, and more 1/2 hour from now.
2 of the best hitting teams in baseball face each other in Philadelphia's Veterans Stadium when the Phillies play the Los Angeles Dodgers on Monday Night Baseball tonight at 8:30, 7:30 Central on ABC.
Get in the spin each evening this fall. A game of chance, a game of skill, as Pat Sajak and Vanna White help make contestants' dreams come true.
String beans. String beans?
Thursday, it's Fish's retirement on Barney Miller, but Fish is a missing person. Then it's a country police force with a sergeant from New York.
You don't like fried chicken? Mm-mm. Watermelon either.
And the feathers fly when the president comes to town in the premiere of Carter Country. Then Red Fox has some very special guests on the premiere of the Red Fox Comedy Hour, right after Barney Miller and Carter Country.
Watch tomorrow starting at 9, 8 Central and Mountain on ABC.
Thursday, twin sweat hogs are born on the season premiere of Carter.
I'm dead.
Friday, learn the secrets behind the making of Star Wars.
Here they come.
Then, a legendary creature with an unearthly thirst for revenge seeks her next victim in Curse of the Black Widow, right after the making of Star Wars.
Friday starting at 8, 7 Central and Mountain on ABC.
Again this fall, we're the one you can turn to every day of the week.
That's what I told them, but they won't listen.
John Travolta and the Sweat Hogs are back on a new day. And Carter's got a new job, assistant principal.
Dirty Regifred submarine.
That pink sub is back in action with a fresh crew, 3 nurses, and 1 order. Don't mess up the war. Operation Petticoat. In New York, the traffic's crazy, but the cabbies are crazier, like Alex the old pro.
I'm the only cab driver in this place.
Bobby the actor. Cookie Elaine.
What's wrong? Don't they feed you? Oh, yeah, sure.
Then there's Latka. Now, everybody knows he's something. They just haven't figured out what.
They?
He get trouble from the passengers and heat from Louis.
I'm impressed.
But they got a sense of humor.
You know, kid, you're a bummer.
And they got each other.
Thank you very much.
They're the funny guys from Taxi.
Yeah, I tell you, it ain't easy being a star.
There's only one Fonz.
Shy little fellow.
America's favorite is back in town. And happy days are here again.
Hello.
to Milwaukee sweethearts, Laverne and Shirley.
Aye, aye.
If you're looking for comedy, their door is always open.
Excuse me.
What a deal. One guy, two girls.
I know they told me.
You just can't fight it. Three's Company.
That is disgusting.
Well, you do whatever you want to.
Starsky and Hutch hit the streets on a new day.
What's that supposed to mean?
Two tough guys with a sense of humor that play it by the rules.
I think I'm being had.
There's Starsky and Hutch. Tuesday,
I've known the man a long time. I love him.
Hutch faces the toughest bust of his life.
I don't bet my badge on a cop.
The cop who taught him everything sells out and helps the mob waste a witness.
Flew him right through the third floor window.
And Hutch has got to bring him in.
Tuesday.
Wednesday on 8 is Enough, the kids are all alone. When the mysterious stranger arrives out of the storm.
Phone's dead.
And Charlie's Angels disco the night away. But it ends up a dance of death. Then Dan rides with outlaw bikers. Chase down a gang of motorcycle killers on Vegas.
Watch Wednesday on ABC.
Wednesday, no street is safe for the Bionic Woman in the conclusion of Jamie Shield. Then,
Chubba fat.
Beretta jumps a fat cat that fights back. And Charlie's Angels roll into a death derby. Right after the Bionic Woman and Beretta.
Tomorrow, starting at 8, 7 Central in Mountain on ABC.
Saturday, when an old flame shows up with her husband, the captain finds himself caught in a love triangle on the Love Boat. Then join Perry Como for a joyous holiday celebration with special guest Richard Chamberlain. Christmas in the Holy Land.
Turn the star, we'll turn you on.
Paper Chase is the pressure cooker known as Law School. Oscar winner John Houseman is the tough professor. James Stevens is the student.
Come in here with a skull full of mush.
Everything I do is wrong.
There is no room for error.
Not in a Paper Chase.
Here, watch it.
Who says you can't find a cop when you need one?
Oh, man, it's Hooker.
William Shatner is the law. He's T.J. Hooker.
I don't forget the victims.
And he's back to turn the hottest rookies into the toughest cops.
It's not an earring.
Do you or do you not have a gold bauble in your ear? The world's on the brink of falling into the hands of criminals, and the new cops are doing dancers.
Always the cop, aren't you, Hooker? Never off the job.
T.J. Hooker, weeknights at 10:30, only on 50.
The Hollywood Squares with our guest stars, Flying High's Pat Klaus, L.K. Summer, Flying High's Connie Sellecca, Elizabeth Ashley, Ed McMahon, Happy Days Aaron Moran, George Goebel, Connie Stevens, and Paul Lynn.
Hello, I'm Peter Marshall, and I host all the fun here on the Hollywood Squares, coming your way.
Hollywood Squares, still the one. Mondays at 6:30 here on TV6.
Burt Reynolds, Lonnie Anderson, and Taxi co-star Tony Danza join Merv for great music and comedy tonight at 8, followed by the new Joker's Wild on Channel 32 WFLD, Chicago.
On the next hilarious Gong Show, you'll confront the amazing Flea Lady and her whooping shoes, the singing Pointless Sisters, and the sensitive face of this man. They'll all perform and be judged by our panel of defenseless guest stars, Elkie Summer, Rex Reed, Phyllis Diller. All this and less on the next edition of the Gong Show. But remember, we warned you first.
Super season. On Monday, viewers will do the impossible right off the bat. They'll be seeing The Invisible Man. Yep, the H.G. Wells classic now comes to the TV screen as a big weekly series. David McCallum stars as the scientist who discovers the secret of invisibility and then has to guard that secret from those who would use it for destruction.
What is this, a gag?
It's no gag.
Go on, try it. What?
Take the pen. I don't believe it. A disappearing pen. Mightier than any sword?
You know what you got here, don't you?
It's an invisible pen.
Don't be cute. What you got here is the ultimate weapon.
Dan! Dan! Dan!
All right, break it down.
Not a scientist going berserk, but a man who believes in the cause.
You know what I remember, Daniel?
No, what?
I remember you always saying you wanted to accomplish something that no one else had. Well, my friend, congratulations.
Special effects, like nothing television has ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Close. Open. The Invisible Man. It gives the new season a whole new face. Following The Invisible Man, NBC's Monday night at the movies, with a great agenda, a first time on TV film. Details on that a bit later. Tuesday means a new night for Moving On and a new time slot for Police Story.
Sunday, based on the landmark series, an all-new police story movie.
There is a whole city living out there in fear.
Serial murders.
How many of these young kids have to die before we do our job?
Why can't the police stop them?
He's been adjudged a sexual psychopath.
Officer needs help.
This thing is not going to end. Angie Dickinson, Richard Crenna, Ben Gazzara, Don Meredith, and Tony LoBianco return in a 3-hour television event snatched from today's headlines. Police Story, The Freeway Killings.
Black Sheep Squadron, Pappy's burly chief mechanic goes on a rampage.
He's gone crazy!
Robert Conrad stars as Pappy. Then, on Policewoman, Pepper is stalked by a mysterious phantom. Angie Dickinson and Earl Holliman star. First, Black Sheep Squadron, then Policewoman. Wednesday, starting at 9, 8 Central and Mountain Time on NBC.
On Black Sheep Squadron, Pappy Boyington and his ragtag pilots get one last chance to pass their field tests. That's when they run into a swarm of Zeros.
Pappy, Raggie's on your tail!
Robert Conrad stars. Then on Policewoman,
Someone is trying to kill me.
Pepper must guard a former childhood rival who will try anything to get elected to public office. Angie Dickinson and Earl Holliman star. First Black Sheep Squadron, then Policewoman. Wednesday starting at 9, 8 Central and Mountain Time on NBC.
Mondays this fall, compelling drama in The Executive Suite.
That film. It's 5 years old. I thought it was dead, forgotten.
They were raised in a different time, in a different morality.
Oh, I'm sick to death of your game.
A woman's secret past becomes a weapon of blackmail.
The truth.
I should never have come here, Mark.
Scandal grips The Executive Suite. Mondays this fall.
Tomorrow at 10, 9 Central on CBS.
Thursday.
There are thousands of people who are in danger.
Buck races against time to save New Chicago from the Legion of Death.
Buck, what's wrong?
Buck Rogers. Then, Quincy goes to Vegas and finds a body full of diamonds.
That gotta be worth a fortune.
But the odds of the game could be deadly for Quincy. Then, a bizarre plot that turns housewives into hookers ends up in murder.
Boy, nice hair.
It's the season premiere of Kate Loves a Mystery right after Buck Rogers and Quincy, Thursday. Wednesday, the FBI finds a skyjacker's body, but Quincy's got to find his killer.
The only one who may know it is our friend the Skyjacker. We're gonna make him tell us everything he knows.
Quincy. Monday, from the creators of Dallas, Flamingo Road, with Howard Duff, Barbara Rush, Tom Harmon, Morgan Fairchild, John Beck, and Christina Raines. A sizzling premiere Monday.
There's a new girl in town, a bad girl.
It was good tonight, wasn't it?
She's after her rich young boss, which raises suspicions.
All you ever date are barmaids and waitresses and hookers.
And makes her boyfriend jealous.
I'm gonna break his legs.
She's trouble on a special Flamingo Road right after a 2-hour Little House Monday.
Saturday, Hawaii 5-0 on a new night.
HPD found a body this morning floating.
And a killer's deadly trail leads Megara to a band of Nazi war criminals in hiding. Then Chad Everett stars as Hagen, a modern-day mountain man, taking on a tough street gang to save the son of a friend from a murder charge.
What's he doing here?
What came for you? It's Saturday night excitement, starting at 9, 8 Central.
Leon Spinks in the ring live. Highlights of Eric Heiden and Holland, the CBS Sports Spectacular, Saturday at 4 Eastern. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.